Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, and with the help of my husband Justin, we are full-time resellers. So today's video, I'm going to go over all of our solds, I guess, for it was probably like a 4.5-day period. It was from very late Friday night until very early this Wednesday morning is the sold period. And we sold 73 items total. We were extremely slow like the Friday, Saturday, and the first half of Sunday of like this last weekend, that Columbus Day was on Monday. And then all of a sudden, Sunday evening, it picked up. Monday was very busy, and then Tuesday was very busy. And there's just, I think, maybe one sale, maybe two, that came in technically after midnight on Tuesday. So that's why I said there's a small portion of Wednesday in here too. But we sold 73 items total. So I'm going to go over them with you. But also, sorry, I'm chewing gum. I should spit it out. I wanted to say that in the near future, I'm going to be making a video answering questions. So if you have any questions you want me to answer, things you want me to explain, please put them down in the comments so I can start preparing for a future video. All right, I moved over, so on the screen will be a picture of what the item actually looked like. But the first sale was this Susan Graver, just liquid knit top. These are just like bread and butter items. I picked them up most of the time on 99-cent day. This one we have had for a little while. It's sold for $14 and we made a $9.31 profit. Then these Chicos, they were like these dark velvety blue pants. They came in the first Chicos wholesale box, which I really don't have much left from the first one. Which means our buy cost was, I think, like $2.64 on them. They sold for $12 and we made a $6.70 profit. We found this Taylor Swift Reputation t-shirt at the bins. I actually showed it in a previous haul video. We paid only 42 cents because it was super thin and it was a small size. And we made a $16.93 profit because it sold for $20.89. Justin sold 4 5-pound weight plates and made a $16 profit total. We sold this Vineyard Vines hoodie. It was like a long sleeve t-shirt kind of hoodie. I bought it at the bins for 93 cents. It sold on an offer for $16.49. We made a $12.45 profit. This Cuisinart, it was like just the top of a Cuisinart. You might have saw in a previous video, we bought a new in-box Cuisinart at the bins. We paid $6.99 for it. And we said it was definitely an older model. If it didn't work, we would just part it out. Well, once I took it apart and looked at it, I realized it was so old that it had the riveted blades that have now been recalled, so I couldn't sell it. So instead, we decided just to part it out. So this is one of the pieces, and it sold for $21.75, and we made a $15.56 profit. Then we sold these JBU sneakers. We paid $2.20 for them at the bins. They sold for, it's on the next page, hold that thought, $22, and we made a $15.70 profit. This woman within flannel was also featured in a recent haul video. It came from the bins. We paid $1.36. It sold for $20.99, and we made a $15.66 profit. We only bought it because it was a 5X. Like, that's not a brand that I buy a lot in, but if they're a bigger size, I will. This Chico's open front jacket. This was from Chico's lot wholesale box 2. And what do we call that box, everyone? The crappy box. So this one had a $3.64 buy cost. It sold for $14.62, and we made a $7.71 profit. What is this? Oh, it's a dress. Okay. It's a vintage Victoria Jones. It had angels on it. It was like a very school teacher. Sorry for all the school teachers. I mean like old school teacher, like when I was little. Like jean jumper that had like embroidered angels on it. I grabbed it on 99-cent day. It sold for an $18 offer, and we made a $13.03 profit. I picked up this lavender and lace was the brand. It was from 1989. It was a counted cross stitch at the bins. We paid only 51 cents for it. Someone sent me a $20 offer. I accepted, and we made a $16 profit. This Style Studio sweater, it had like a detachable fuzzy collar on it. It sold for $15, but I can't remember. It either went to Canada or Australia. The shipping on it was insane. I got it a 99-cent day. We made an $11.11 profit on it. And we did have 2 Poshmark sales at this time. These Franco slides, like they were like wedge heel slides, they sold for $42. We purchased them at the bins for $2.89, and we made a $30.71 profit. And then these Inc. International Concept shoes, we picked up on 99-cent day. Someone sent me a $17 offer on Poshmark, and I was desperate for Poshmark sales. So I accepted, and we made a $12.61 profit. All right, we're going to move on to another day. We sold Old Navy Rockstar super skinny jeggings. They were purchased new with tags. That's the only reason why we bought them, and we've had them for quite a while. I had them in a, I think like 35% off sale. Someone purchased them for $13.58. We had paid 99 cents, and we made a $10.53 profit. This cool pearl snap shirt, I picked this up ages ago, and I mean ages ago. Just to give you an idea, the SKU number on it was 2361, and our SKU numbers now are almost at 4,000. So, I got a 99-cent day, and apparently it just wasn't a sought-after brand. And someone paid $8 for it in my sale, and we made a $4.98 profit, and I'm happy to get rid of that. This Coldwater Creek sweater was new with tags. I got it at the bins for $1.24. Someone paid $18.52 for it, and we made a $13.66 profit. This Susan Graver, another like liquid knit top, sold for $14. It was another 99-cent day find, made a $10.29 profit. This Bob Mackie wearable art cardigan was a size 2X. I love finding Bob Mackie stuff, but I definitely prefer that it is a plus size, like preferably a 2 or 3X, but sometimes a 1X. This I grabbed at the bins for $2.31. Someone sent me an offer of $20.89, and we made a $15.41 profit. This True Craft green long sleeve shirt, I didn't recognize the brand. It was new with tags. I got it ages ago at 99-cent day. It sold, and someone returned it saying it didn't fit. And so here it was again, listed for a while. So finally sold again for a whopping $8.50, and we made a $5.40 profit. This Cato plus size, like short sleeve blouse, we've also had forever because the SKU number is in the 2800s. Someone purchased it for $11.69. We had paid 99 cents, and we made an $8.21 profit. And then this one was a good one. This was a new with tags Calvin Klein sleeveless dress. When we went to 99-cent day, probably like 2 weeks ago, we were checking out, and all of a sudden I realized behind the counter they had some things hanging, and some of them had white tags on it, which was the color of the week at the time. And one of it I could tell from far away was a Calvin Klein dress, because I have the exact same dress just in a different color. So I asked them to see it, and when they brought it to me, it was new with tags. So it sold for $33.24, and we made a $27.67 profit. All right, this logo by Lori Goldstein, which I do believe is a QVC brand. It was just like a tunic, plus size 3X, grabbed 99-cent day, sold for $20. We made a $13.81 profit. This vintage jerseys, it was like a scarecrow, like applique on like a vintage sweatshirt. I got it for free. I had it in my bin of Halloween stuff, so I listed it probably like a month ago. It sold for $16.15, and we made an $11.74 profit. These Chico's side zip dress pants, got on 99-cent day. They were in the sale that I was running because we've had them for a while. They sold for $10, and we made a $6.35 profit. This Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip like charcoal pullover. I just showed that in a haul video. We paid $1.89 for it at the bins. Someone purchased it for $23.74, and we made a $15.59 profit. And if you're wondering why when people purchase things they're such weird digits, this was listed for $24.99, but I always run a 5% off coupon in my sale. So after the 5%, it came to $23.74. All right, we have Chico's. It was just like a plain short sleeve top that I grabbed on 99-cent day. This was also an older item that was put on sale, sold for $9, and we made a $5.92 profit. I sold one of the Janie and Jack dresses. I showed that I bought 2 of these at the bins in one of my haul videos. I paid $1.20 for this one. Someone sent me an offer of $29.99. I could have probably held out for more, but this was during that really slow period on Friday and Saturday, and I was like, yay, I'll take a sale. And we still made a $23.57 profit. This Ellen Tracy quilted vest was purchased on 99-cent day. It sold for $17.99, and we made a $13.41 profit. This J. Jill off-white sweater, we paid $1.18 at the bins. It must have been in my sale because it sold for only $12, and we made an $8.01 profit. And another sale item was this JM Collection sweater. Let's see, what did it sell for? I lost it's on this sheet, I think. $9.99. All right, we paid 99 cents and we made a $6.53 profit. Then this cute wooden nurse ornament. This was also shown in the haul. Tons of this stuff was all purchased at the same day, I'm noticing, at the bins. It was 2 bins trips ago, I do believe. But it was this little wooden nurse ornament. I do believe it was German. I paid 10 cents for it. Sold for $17.09, and we made a $12.48 profit. This Pittsburgh Steelers wall clock was from my parents. They didn't want it anymore. It sold for $18.99. We made a $14.26 profit. These Vans old school shoes I have had forever. You might have heard me talk about on here. I really don't pick up Vans that very much anymore. The only time I ever really pick them up is if I get them on 99-cent day, because I just can't move them. I don't know. I'm sure there are tons of people out there that can. I'm just not one of them. But we paid $2.70 at the bins, and they sold for $16.66. We made a $10.66 profit. On these Lucky Brand leopard flats we've had forever, we paid only 68 cents at the bins. They sold for $13.58, and we made a $9.19 profit. And this, what's it called? Tap, like it's a tap handle, I think. Is that what it's called? Beer tap handle. Yes. It was Thirsty Dog Brewing Company. Justin bought a lot of taps at a garage sale, and this was the last one to sell. It sold for $17.99, and we made a $13.08 profit on them. And then he had a large weight sale. It was 2 45-pound plates, so he had to send them through UPS because they are way too big to fit in the flat rate boxes. The person paid $100 for them, and they paid, what was it? I think like $72.91 to ship them. When all was said and done, we made a $50.87 profit on those. All right, now we're going to talk about, these were all my weekend Poshmark sales. It was funny because when eBay was super slow on Saturday, Poshmark was like on fire. I was like, what? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Poshmark sales, like crazy. None of them, well, most of them aren't very high priced sales, but I was glad to get any sales at this point. So the first one was these Bath and Body Works. They're like the scent pods that you like put in your car. I grabbed a bag of them at the bins for 39 cents. They sold for $17, and we made an $11.19 profit. These JM Collection pants were picked up on 99-cent day. Someone sent me a $16 offer. I accepted, and we made a $9.79 profit. This Chico's top was also purchased on 99-cent day. Someone offered me $14. I accepted. We made an $8.04 profit. This Sage flannel was also in that bins grouping video that I talked about. It sold for $36. We paid $2.59 for it at the bins because it was pretty heavy, and we made a $26.21 profit. We had some Lane Bryant dress pants. 99-cent day is where I got them. They sold for $15, and I made an $11.01 profit. These Echo flats we've had forever. I think Justin picked them up at the bins. We paid $1.12 for them. Someone offered me $14. I accepted because I was glad to get rid of them, and we made a $7.91 profit. And this Land's End sweater that was purchased at 99-cent day, I sent out, I think, a 30% offer on it. So it sold for $17, and we made a $10.59 profit. And then this, I think this was a Lane Bryant top, sold for $12.70. I'm sorry, it was a $12.74 profit. It sold for $18 because we paid $1.66 for it. All right, now we have this cute Disney Mickey Mouse like train. It was like one of those plush Christmas decorations that you press it and they sing and stuff. I paid $2 for it at garage sale. I'm trying to remember, did it work? I can't honestly remember if it had all the right movements. Maybe it did. I tested it when I tested like 14 Jingle Pals, and I can't remember if that was one of the things that I definitely played music. I think it still moved, but I can't remember. Whatever, it sold for $18.99. I had paid $2 at the garage sale, and we made an $11.92 profit. These books, let's talk about these books, guys. So, Justin and I go to a garage sale on Saturday morning. And I was disappointed when I got there to find out that this person is pretty much turned their two-car garage into kind of like a vintage antique shop kind of thing. She even said to us, I'll be having a sale once a month from now on. And I was like, okay, that's not the kind of sale I like to go to. Justin did find a pair of women's Nikes there for $2 that should sell for like $25 to $30. So we were like, all right, at least we got something. But we're walking out, and she has like off in the gravel driveway, the small pile of stuff, and it says free on it. And I start walking over to it, and she said, oh yeah, there's a bunch of junk in that pile. Everything's free. And I see a set of kids' books. And I have seen these books before. I think I might have looked them up at the bins, but it wasn't the complete set. So I wasn't sure if the complete set was there. They were in a garbage bag, so I just took the garbage bag, thanked her, and left. Got home and looked them up and realized I had the full set of the 10 books. I listed them, oh, sorry, touched my microphone. I listed them for $39.99. They sold with my 5% off coupon for $37.99, and they were free. She just threw them in the free pile. We made a $27.08 profit. So that was awesome. Anytime you can find something for free that sells for that much money is a good day. All right, these Allegria, they were like Mary Jane shoes. These were going to Canada, I do believe. These were from the 31 shoe buy from Facebook Marketplace. I spent $210 on 31 pairs of shoes. Almost all of them were Allegrias. So I have a $7 buy cost on each pair of these shoes. And they sold for $36, and we made a $24.33 profit. Justin got a bunch of LOL surprise dolls at the bins. Like they still had some like sealed ones. I think like they were accessories. We paid $2.70 by weight, and they sold for $32, and we made a $22.44 profit. These Sporto boots we picked up for $1 at a church sale. They were new. They were old vintage, definitely. Someone paid $15.43. We paid $1 for them and made an $11.23 profit. This New York Jets little mini football helmet, I bought a big tub full, and it was every single football team of these mini helmets. I guess it would have been in like February, I think. So we sold some like as soon as I listed them, and then it's been like a slow trickle. And recently we've been selling more because, you know, the football season started. But I think I paid like $1 for the entire container of them. And they've been selling for an average of $5 to $6.99 each. So even though it's not that much money, they were so easy to photograph. I literally took like 2 photographs, and so easy to list. So we made a $3.56 profit on that one. Oh, another great sale. So on Friday, yes, Justin and Brooklyn take a class. They're taking a screen printing class on Fridays. So I decided to venture to the bins myself. And honestly, this was the first time I had been to the bins myself in almost 3 years. I went right when I started Let's try that again. I went right when I started reselling by myself, but then Justin just always wants to come with me because, you know, he loves the bins. So I went on Friday. I got there at 10. And then Brooklyn and Justin decided to head over after their class. So they got there at probably like 1:32-ish. So we did a row change with all of us there. And then I was like, okay, I'm tired. I'm heading home. And Brooke decided to come with me. And Justin's like, I'm going to stay for another change or two. And I'm glad he did because he came home with this. Cuisinart, no, try that again. All-Clad 8-quart stainless steel copper core pot. We love selling All-Clad. So he was like, I looked them up and I think, you know, they go in the range of like 50 some to 70 some. Like he wasn't really sure, but I looked into it and did research and saw that they definitely could sell for a lot more. So I listed high. Was it? You'll see it on the screen. It was like $150 or $159.99. Someone sent me a $110 offer the next day. I sent them back $125. And then after like 23 hours, they finally accepted and it sold for $125. He paid $7.48 because that's the maximum with tax that you can pay at our bins. And we made a $96.80 profit on that. Woohoo! All right. Sold some weights. 3 1.5 pound. They were just tiny little weights. He paid $1.35. Sold for $15. We made a $9.51 profit. And then this KitchenAid mixer bowl was another great find from this weekend's garage sales. We went to a garage sale. I bought this adorable Minnie Mouse purse that's now in my store for sale. I'll actually pop a picture up here because I love it so much. It's a Loungefly Minnie Mouse purse that has like the ears and the big red bow on it, and it was never used. It's so gorgeous. But I found the purse for I paid $25 for this purse there because it was so pretty. And I was like, okay, I'll probably only, after fees and stuff, double my money. But I just loved the purse and didn't want to leave it. But Justin found a KitchenAid mixer bowl and paddle. And the bowl was for the 6-quart KitchenAid, which is what I have. And it sold for $46.54. And we made a $35.19 profit on that bowl. All right, we're winding down. We got, I think, like 20 items left. These are actually the stuff that I shipped out today. This vintage Betty Crocker, like it was like a recipe card box. It was in such good condition. It was given to me by my neighbor that's cleaning out a relative's estate. So I had nothing into it. Someone offered me $27. I accepted. We made a $21.73 profit. This Head brand tennis golf quarter zip. This was, I thought like this actually was supposed to go out at the garage sale and I must have missed it because it's from the $400 reseller buyout lot that I did at the beginning of the year. And I've been long since in the profit, and I really was supposed to get rid of everything at the garage sale because I was just done with that grouping of things. But apparently I forgot one. Sold for $11.72. We made a $9.11 profit. Sold this Eddie Bauer like down jacket. We paid $1.59 at the bins for it. It sold for $27.94, and we made an $18.44 profit. Oh, I have no idea how to say this. Morishi Adriano. Oh, I know. You guys can leave the correct pronunciation in the comments. They're men's dress shoes. That's the moral to the story. We got them in a estate sale for only $1. They sold for $39.50, and we made a $29.45 profit. 4 5-pound billiard weights. He would have paid $6 for these. We made like a $12.26 profit. Oh, they sold for $25. I should add that. This, the Limited, not a brand I normally pick up, but it was this really cute wool like cropped blazer, and it even had a gorgeous pin that matched perfectly, like a butterfly pin that someone left on it when they donated to the Goodwill. I grabbed it on 99-cent day. It sold for $20.89. We made a $15.74 profit. Justin sold these 2 dumbbell spin lock bars, it says. I don't know what they are. They sold for $14.99. He made a $10.29 profit. This Halloween ghost string light set. I have had this. I swear it's Probably one of the longest items I've had in my store. I think I've had it for like 2 years. Fine. So glad it sold. Paid 75 cents at the bins for it. Sold for $11. We made a $7.63 profit. These 9 West Ballet flats were grabbed on 99-cent day. We've had them forever. Sold for a $10 offer, and we made a $6.57 profit. This sweater I sold on Poshmark. I think it sold for what, like, I can't remember. You'll see it on the screen what it sold for. It was really cheap, maybe like $8. I don't know. When all is said and done, I made a $3.69 profit, and I won't pick that brand up again. All right, these New Balance Fresh Foam sneakers. We got them at the bins. We paid about $1.93 for them. They sold for $31.49, and we made a $22.15 profit. This Duluth Trading Company shirt, I grabbed on 99-cent day. I like Duluth stuff, but this was a really basic shirt. I shouldn't have got it. It sold for $9.49, and we made a $5.64 profit. This was a cool one. So when I went to the bins, like I said myself, before Justin and Brooke got there, I found a stack of men's clothes that were all vintage. Most of them were like Italian. I actually found a pair of Dolce & Gabbana men's dress pants. But in it was this jacket, and the brand is Moss and Hoffman, and it was 100% cashmere jacket. It did have flaws. It had numerous like little holes in like the trim around the waist and the neck. You'll see the picture there of it. But because it was 100% cashmere and it was vintage and it was made in Italy, I was like, I'm going to get this. So I paid $2.39 for it because it was a little heavy. And I listed it high because I didn't know. I think I listed it at, was it $89.99 or $99.99? I don't know. You'll see on the screen. Point is someone sent me an offer. And I actually let the offer sit overnight just to see if anything else came in at didn't. And then I was like, you know what? I'm taking this offer. So it sold for $71.88, and we made a $59.56 profit. All right, this Popeye 8-track, I think Justin brought this home from the bins. I don't remember. We paid like 23 cents. It sold for $9. We made a $6 profit. On this Catherine's 3/4 sleeve, like plus size top, I got on 99-cent day. It sold for $16, and we made an $11.93 profit. These New Balance Fresh Cruise, pale blue sneaker. Oh, I see. Sorry. I thought this was the first New Balance. The first New Balance I talked about were the black ones that I purchased at the bins. These Justin found at the bins. Sorry. Having a conversation with myself. All right. Pale blue sneakers. We paid $1.63 at the bins. They sold for $21.54, and we made a $15.90 profit. All right, these Lego Knights Kingdom figures. Justin bought a grouping of Lego off of Facebook Marketplace a while ago. And it took me forever to list these knights. I don't know. They just kept getting pushed to the side. So they got listed when I did my death pile challenge. He had $2 into them. They sold for $19.79. We made a $12.76 profit. These are Pleasant Company, American Girl. They were the socks for the doll Kristen. I got them in that huge tub of that I paid $10 for, that I got 3 American Girl dolls in, tons of Build-A-Bear clothes and accessories and stuff. So I am hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the profit on that. These sold for $12.34, and we made a $9.07 profit. And the last thing were these J Sports Jenna weather ready ankle boots. We grabbed them on 99-cent day. We've had them for a little while because, you know, they were a bit more wintry, and I think we got them like in the spring. But 99 cents, they sold for, I don't know what they sold for. It's not on this sheet, but we made a $15.60 profit. All right. So as I said, 73 items, and our total profit for those 73 items was $1,144.16. So I think that's fairly decent. I also wanted to talk about, I got a negative feedback today. And I knew I was going to get it, and I was okay with getting it because I was standing my ground. So Justin found this Casio like voice recorder. I mean, it was older, because I don't think those things are in that much of demand these days. People use their phone instead. But he got it at the bins, paid barely anything for it. I tested it. I recorded myself in it. I played it back. All was well. And it sold for, I think, $24.99, but with a 5% off coupon. And it sold on September 4th. The buyer received it on September 8th. And then today, October 11th, they opened a return case. And I just wasn't having it. I guess because they were past the 30-day period, eBay gave me the option to deny the return, which I was shocked because I don't know if I've ever had them do that before. I don't think I've actually really had anyone try to return something past 30 days before, to be honest. So I hem-hawed about it because I knew it was going to result in a negative, but I was like, you know what? This is wrong. Like, he had all this time. He could have broken it himself, and he was returning it because he said the item was defective because the voices, when he taped himself, his voice was so garbled he couldn't understand it. And I was like, I tested it and it seemed fine. But once again, you've now had this item for almost 35 days. Like, what? So I denied it. And he immediately wrote to me and said that he was out of the country. Oh, well, I denied it, and I guess I should say, and I put in the explanation that I have 30-day returns, which ensure the buyer has ample time to test the item. But because we were past the 30-day returns, I was going to have to deny it. So he wrote back that he was out of the country in Rwanda, and he actually sent me pictures of little children in Rwanda. I was like, seriously, he could have gotten that off the internet. But whatever. And I just wrote back and I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stand by my policy. And so sure enough, within like 10 minutes, he left a negative feedback. So I was like, well, I'm going to try to see if I can get eBay to remove it. If they wouldn't, then I was just going to reply underneath of it that the buyer, tried to return the item 40 days after purchase, 34 days after he actually received it. And it is what it is. I had 100% feedback, so it took me to 99.9, and I'm fine with that. So I thought I sent a feedback removal request to eBay, but I think I was just being so hasty and I did it on my phone that I actually sent a feedback revision request to the guy instead. So he revised it, but he still gave me a negative, and instead he went on to explain that he was out of the country and I sold him a defective product. But for some reason, eBay still removed it. Like, it's gone. I'm back up to 100%. I don't know. I'm like, when you send someone a feedback revision, if they revise it with the same negative, do two negatives equal positive? I don't know. I keep waiting for it to show back up again on my account, but it's been like 2 hours now and it hasn't shown, like the negative's not there. So no idea. So I might have dodged a bullet on that one. I really don't know. But anytime you get a negative, definitely, try to work it out with the buyer if it's something that you're able to work out. And always ask eBay very politely to remove it. I have only had one time in my reselling career where eBay refused to remove my negative feedback. And honestly, I was annoyed by it because I had like returns and the buyer said the item was defective, but they refused to return the item and like left me negative feedback. So that was annoying, but I guess I'm just not that afraid of negative feedback anymore. I honestly feel like having 100% feedback kind of puts a target on your back. It says to buyers, this person is willing to do anything to keep their perfect feedback score. Like, I always wonder that. So like, are they going to try to scam you? So I was fine with my 99.9, but apparently it's back up to 100 again. I don't know. I'll let you know if it drops back down. All right. Thank you so very much for watching. Reminder that if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will be answering them in a future video. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Talk to you next time. Take care. See, I don't know. What do I normally say when I sign off? I don't know. See you next time. Take care. Maybe that's it. See you next time. Take care.